The past 8 years were the warmest on record globally. Then came 2022, the hottest summer ever recorded, causes more than 61,000 deaths only in Europe. In 2023, the summer season was so scorching hot that scientists said it was the hottest summer in the last 2000 years in the northern hemisphere of Earth. In 2024, January is recorded as the hottest month ever. February is recorded as the hottest month ever. March and April is recorded as the hottest month ever. In May 2024, Pakistan experienced an intense heat wave, with temperature crossing 52 degrees in some regions, including Jacobabad, which is listed as the warmest city in the world. Big Kiran owner in Jacobabad said, "In the past, there was hot weather, but that was bearable. Nowadays, the temperature is intolerable. Poor people who cannot afford to leave the area, they bear the heat. It is the enemy of poor people."
उससे जा नहीं रही, जैसा होता है कि ज़्यादा लोड शेडिंग उससे नहीं जाती है, आधा घंटा घंटे के लिए इधर दिन में 1-2 मरतबा चलेगी, उससे नहीं है। जिससे इतनी ज़्यादा परेशानी नहीं हो रही। अब आगे देखें क्या बनता है, जाएगी तो फिर मुश्किल काफ़ी ज़्यादा होगी।
This year from 20th to 26th June, 568 deaths were reported due to extreme temperatures in Sindh.
26 जून को 127, 25 जून को 141, 24 जून को 134, 21 जून को 75 लाशें ईदी सरखाने मुंतकिल की गईं।
Save the Children Pakistan stated that the country is warming faster than the global average. By the 2090s, temperature could rise by 1.3 degrees to 4.9 degrees. The UN says that the Earth is 1 degree warmer than in the 1800s, which is fine. They believe a rise of 1.5 degrees or even 2 degrees by the end of this century might be okay. But again, the problem is speed, because right now we are on a track to hit 1.5 degrees by the end of 2030. It is much sooner than expected. If we don't slow down, it could be disastrous in our lifetime, and we are already getting a taste. You know an interesting fact that Pakistan is less than 1% contributor of carbon emission in the atmosphere. Then why we are facing its brutal results? And what's the reason that the Earth's temperature is rising every year with a great margin? Heat waves are a period of unusually high temperatures as compared to what is normally expected over a region. Therefore, the temperature at which heat waves are declared differ from place to place. Heat waves are dangerous, but they don't get enough attention. According to the World Health Organization, this is because the damage and the death tolls from heat waves are not always immediately clear. Rubina Khurshid Alam, the PM's climate coordinator, said, "Pakistan ranks 5th among the countries most affected by the global warming, and the main cause of it is climate change." But how climate is changing so quickly? There are multiple factors. Firstly, greenhouse effect. Basically, our Earth is surrounded by a jacket of gases called atmosphere. In the daytime, the sun shines through the atmosphere, warming Earth's surface. After the sun sets, Earth's surface cools. This releases heat back into the air. Some of that heat is trapped by greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. But human activities are changing Earth's natural greenhouse effect. Scientists say there's a 95% chance that human activities is the cause of climate change. And obviously, the global population has also tripled in the past 70 years. Climate injustice is starkly visible in Pakistan. According to the Global Climate Risk Index, published by the Berlin-based German Watch, Pakistan is among the 10 countries most harmed by the disasters related to climate change in the past 2 decades, despite contributing less than 1% to the global carbon emission. And the other factor is urban heat island effect. You must have noticed that at places with more trees and parks, the temperature is relatively more comfortable there compared to the areas with only big concrete and tall glass buildings, 8-lane highways, asphalt-covered grounds. These places are way hotter and known as urban heat islands. And there is a very simple reason behind it. Structures such as buildings, roads, and other infrastructures absorb and re-emit the sun's heat more than natural landscapes such as forests and water bodies. When a city is covered with concrete, there is no proper ventilation or air circulation. So what happens is that heat is absorbed throughout the day. As that trapped heat continues to warm, the system acts like a lid on a pot, earning the name heat dome. The air does not circulate much, and at night the absorbed heat is released out into the air. Institute of Business Administration (IBA) conducted a study which shows Lahore urban area temperature in 2020 recorded 2.41 degrees Celsius, more than that of its rural surroundings, whereas in the 1990s its temperature was only 1.72 degrees Celsius higher. It is such a huge difference. This tells you the importance of trees. And the other main factor is humidity. Humidity is also the main factor behind extreme weather. weather. The more humidity there is in the air, the more difficult it is to tolerate high temperatures. Now, there's a relative humidity, means the maximum moisture content in the air at a particular temperature. As the humidity increases, the more difficult it becomes for the sweat on our body to evaporate. And you know that sweating is the best way for our body to keep us cool. You would have noticed the temperature in Lahore might be written as 33 degrees when it feels like 41 degrees. In some devices also shows that humidity will make high feel like 52 degrees, as nowadays it becomes intolerable because the rainy season has started and the humidity is high.
Yes, the rise is temperature has many effects in our daily life, business interruption, power outages, and difficulties in the operation occur.
The other main factor is deforestation and forest fires. You would have remembered the violent Australian wildfires of 2020. The main reason behind them is considered El Nino. El Nino is the effect which warms up the Pacific Ocean and changes the global weather pattern. In South Asia, it can weaken the monsoon and create conditions for more intense and frequent heat waves. During the strong El Nino event of 2015 and 16, Pakistan experienced one of its worst heat waves, resulting over 1,200 deaths. From January 2023 till now, another El Nino is in effect. That's why these consecutive summers are record-breaking. On the other side, its opposite effect is La Nina. El Nino means the boy and La Nina means the girl, are Spanish words. La Nina cools down the Pacific Ocean and generally strengthens the monsoon in South Asia, and this effect considered the main cause of floods. In 2022, Pakistan's southern and southwestern regions experienced devastating floods triggered by severe monsoon rain, which resulted at least 1,800 deaths, affecting 33 million people and submerging approximately one-third of Pakistan. Also, this 2024 was the wettest in Pakistan since 1961, with more than double the usual monthly rainfall, killing scores of people and destroying property as well as farmland.
ग्लोबल वार्मिंग की वजह से मेरे रिलेटिव्स में से ना एक अंकल को माइनर हार्ट अटैक आ गया था, क्योंकि गर्मी बहुत ज़्यादा होती है, इसलिए इसकी वजह से स्किन टैनिंग भी बहुत हो जाती है और ये लड़कियों के लिए भी बहुत ज़्यादा मुश्किल होता है कि जो लोग अबाया वगैरह पहनती हैं, क्योंकि इसकी वजह से ब्रेकआउट्स आ जाते हैं और ब्लैक कलर वैसे भी जो है वो हीट बहुत ज़्यादा एब्जॉर्ब करता है.
Meteorological Department officials said temperature in the northern and northwestern Pakistani areas would be 4 to 6 degrees higher than normal. In this situation, the healthcare system in Pakistan is under immense pressure, with hospitals and clinics struggling to cope with influx of patients. Education is also affected by severe temperature alterations. The heat index rose to 55 degrees Celsius in this year on July 3rd, Chief Meteorologist Sardar Safdar said. This is the highest level ever recorded in the coastal city of Karachi, with over 20 million population. The increased temperatures we are experiencing now are causing ice in the Arctic and Antarctica, as well as glaciers and snow around the world to melt. According to the NASA report, the Arctic sea ice melts 12.2% in every 10 years. These glaciers also trapped the volcanic gas methane, aka greenhouse gas. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, after visiting flood-hit areas in Pakistan, said, "Let's stop sleepwalking towards the destruction of our planet by climate change." But how is it possible? The answer is quite simple. In my opinion, laying down concrete and asphalt in cities and broadening the roads is not real development. Real development means that people have proper walkable places. Cities should be designed where the temperature outside is comfortable and there is enough greenery so that people can walk and breathe in fresh air. Public transport should be promoted and cars should be used as little as possible, because cars also release heat, which ultimately increases the urban heat island effect. This is something that most developed countries are starting to understand. Now, what you can do as an individual? Let's look at this article. If you paint the roof of your house white, then it will make a difference of 2 to 3 degrees, because dark colors absorb sunlight and white colors reflect sunlight. Ventilation should be incorporated into the designs of the building in such a way that there is minimum need for AC. Historically, our ancestors used to design such buildings. You will ask what else we can do instead of installing AC in houses. What is its alternative in this modern world? And the straight answer is radiant cooling. It's an old technology, saves a lot of money in comparison to AC. What happens in this is you install pipes in the walls through which cold water flows, and this cold water flowing through the walls keeps your house cool without an AC. By promoting this technology, not only will the city remain cooler, but it will save money too. Electricity bills will be reduced, and apart from this, obviously governments will need to focus on making cities greener. More trees, more parks, so that the impact of heat waves can be minimized. But we will have to implement all these solutions as soon as possible, because in the near future, these heat waves are going to get more dangerous and more impactful. We should use renewable and greener energy sources like solar, hydroelectric or wind energy, reducing the emissions caused by industry and transportation, and limiting the deforestation of land, and investing in more space-efficient forms of agriculture like vertical farming. Climate change is a global issue, and our future and next generations depends on the actions we take today. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. If you find this an interesting knowledge, do like the video.